Hey Odyssey, I just want to talk a little bit about our science lesson for today, that we're going to be looking at how gravitational forces affect the solar system, including Earth. So I know we talked a lot about gravity in our force and motion unit, but I want to also talk about how gravity affects our solar system and space. So the last time we talked about systems and we talked about the solar system as a system and the sun being the center of that solar system. So we're going to look at the one important, really important component of our solar system, which is gravity. So if you think about if you've jumped on a trampoline, when you jump up, you come back down. And why do we come back down? Why don't we float away? Well, we know it's because of gravity. So if I had my cell phone case, so if I have my cell phone case and I dropped it, gravity is going to pull it down, because we talked about how the gravitational pull of the Earth is from the center of the Earth, okay? So it kind of works, gravity works a little bit different if I'm out in space. So as long as I'm standing on Earth and I drop something, it's gonna go down. It's gonna go towards the center of the Earth, okay? So if I have this cube, if I drop it, it's gonna go to the center of the Earth and so forth. But suppose that I could dig a hole to the center of the Earth. And suppose I could go, so I have a big Earth here, okay? So suppose I could start here and I can dig all the way through, and I'm gonna dig right past the center, and I'm gonna go deep enough that I would come out on the other side. So if I could jump in that hole, what do you think would happen? Do you think I would jump in this hole and I would come right out of the other side very quickly? And if so, why do you think that would happen? But now I want you to think about, if the pull of gravity is in the center of the Earth, if this pulls me down, I'm probably going to go really, really fast past the center of the Earth, get to here, and then what's going to happen? It's going to bring me back up, because it's going to pull me to the center, and then it's going to pull me down again, and then it's going to pull me down again, and it's going to keep going until finally what happens? I'm stuck in the middle of the Earth, okay? And the reason that happens is because the gravity is coming from within the center. So if I'm standing here, I'm being pulled down this way. If I'm standing here, I'm being pulled down this way. So we know that the pull is from the center. So how does that work out in space? Well, if you think about it, if I had this picture, my happy Earth, and I was going to drop something in space, so if I had a rock in this, you have to think, if this was space, would this rock fall down like it does, like it would right now? Would it float up, or would it go towards Earth? So think about that, and that's what you're going to be kind of talking about today with your lesson, is now knowing that the gravitational pull of Earth affects us because we're standing on Earth, everything goes down. What would happen to something that is going in space, and how gravity will affect that, okay? And then we'll talk a little bit more later about how gravity affects the sun and how it keeps all of our planets being able to stay their course, which is the interactive that you guys did today, how you needed to have the rotation and the speed and the revolution of the Earth plus gravity is what keeps it on its orbit and keeps it on its course, okay? So go ahead and go to your assignment, which the questions are going to look really familiar, so hopefully you watch this video before you do your assignments, okay? And I will talk to you later. This is your last assignment for this week, and then tomorrow catch up on anything that you haven't been able to get to. All right, have a good night.